Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Elisa Kramer, and I have spent over 15 years helping men take back control of their health, confidence, and energy, especially after the age of 60. Today, I want to talk to you about something most men are too embarrassed to bring up, but something that affects millions across Europe and around the world. That is erectile issues. Now, before you click away or lower the volume, I want you to understand something important. Erectile difficulties are not just about what happens behind closed doors. They are often the very first sign that your blood is not flowing the way it should. Your heart, your arteries, your energy levels, and your overall health are all connected. So if you are over 60, and you have noticed some changes, whether it is a lack of firmness, slower response, or simply not waking up with that same energy in the morning, it is not your fault. And more importantly, you are not alone. You see, a lot of people assume that losing performance is just part of getting older, but modern science tells us something different. It tells us that in many cases, these issues are actually the result of declining circulation, hidden inflammation, and the gradual narrowing of the blood vessels. And yes, there is a way to support this naturally, without relying on pills, injections, or awkward conversations. What I am about to share with you is a simple science-backed morning fruit routine that can help restore proper blood flow, support your energy, and even help reverse some of the changes that happen after 60. And the best part, you can start tomorrow morning right in your own kitchen. Let us start with the truth that no one really talks about. Erections are not about muscles or bones. There is no bone involved. It all comes down to blood flow. Think of your body like a water system. Your heart is the pump, and your arteries are the pipes. When everything is working well, blood flows freely, fills the right chambers, and gives you that feeling of confidence. But after the age of 60, those pipes start to narrow. They become stiff. The inner lining of the blood vessels, called the endothelium, becomes damaged over time due to high blood pressure, poor diet, stress, and lack of physical activity. Another major issue is something called nitric oxide. This is a natural compound your body produces to help relax and expand your blood vessels. It is like the green light that tells your arteries, let the blood in. Without enough nitric oxide, your vessels stay tight, and blood has a hard time getting where it needs to go, especially in your lower body. Now here is where the fruit routine comes in. There are 3 specific fruits that contain powerful natural compounds proven to support nitric oxide production, reduce inflammation, and protect the lining of your arteries. These are not exotic berries from a remote island or expensive supplements you can only buy online. These are simple, everyday fruits that many of us have in our kitchens, but rarely use the right way. Before we get into those, I want to share a quick story. Several years ago, I had a patient named Marco. He was 67 years old, a retired teacher from southern Italy. He came to see me because he felt like he had lost a part of himself. He told me that his mornings were dull, his energy was low, and intimacy with his wife had become awkward and disappointing. Marco had tried pills before, but the side effects were too strong and the results were not consistent. Instead of writing another prescription, I asked Marco about his diet. It was the typical Mediterranean mix, but he was missing some key elements that support circulation. So we made a change. We introduced a morning routine based around these 3 fruits. Within 3 weeks, Marco reported waking up with more energy. He said he felt stronger, lighter, and more alive. By the 2nd month, his confidence had returned, and so had the spark in his marriage. He did not need medication, he needed circulation. So what is in this fruit routine that makes such a difference? Let me walk you through the science in a simple way. First, we are talking about natural antioxidants. These are compounds that help fight the damage caused by stress, pollution, and even aging itself. When your body has enough antioxidants, your blood vessels stay more flexible, which is key for proper flow. Second, these fruits are high in vitamins like vitamin C, which helps protect the inner lining of the arteries, and potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure. Potassium also reduces the strain on your heart, which means your blood can travel more easily throughout the body. Third, they support hydration. Most people do not realize how important hydration is for male vitality. When you are dehydrated, your blood thickens. That means your heart has to work harder to pump it through your system, and that extra effort takes a toll over time. Fruits like watermelon, for example, are more than 90% water and are excellent for keeping your system running smoothly. And finally, they support your kidneys and your urinary tract. Your kidneys play a vital role in filtering waste, managing blood pressure, and regulating hormones. When your kidneys are stressed, your entire system can feel off, including your performance. Now, you may be asking, can fruit really make that much of a difference? And the answer, backed by research from institutions like Harvard Medical School and the European Society of Cardiology, is yes. Natural plant compounds like citrulline, proanthocyanidins, and citric acid found in these fruits have been shown to increase nitric oxide levels, relax blood vessels, and even improve erectile function in clinical settings. In one study published in the journal Urology, men who consumed higher amounts of natural citrulline from fruit showed measurable improvements in their ability to maintain an erection compared to those who did not. Another study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that flavonoid-rich fruits, such as the ones I will be talking about, were linked to a reduced risk of erectile difficulties in men over 50. The best part is that you are not just helping one part of your body. This morning fruit routine supports your entire system, your heart, your kidneys, your liver, and even your mental clarity. And it does this without any side effects, without dependency, and without breaking the bank. You do not need to make a major life change. You do not need to stop eating the foods you love or spend hours in the gym. What you do need is consistency. This routine works because it becomes a habit, and habits are what transform health over time. Now I will focus on how each fruit works inside the body, why they matter so much at your age, and how to add them to your mornings in a simple, enjoyable way. Let us begin with the first fruit. It is small, red, and a bit tart in flavor. Yes, I am talking about cranberries. Most people think of cranberries only during holidays or mixed in sugary juices. But the truth is, cranberries are one of the most powerful fruits for men who are dealing with circulation problems and infections in the urinary tract. Why is that important? Because when your urinary system is inflamed or under stress, it affects your blood pressure, your kidneys, and even your hormone levels. Cranberries are packed with natural plant compounds that help clean the inner walls of your arteries. One of the key compounds is called proanthocyanidins. These act like tiny cleaners that reduce swelling and stop bacteria from sticking where they should not. In simple words, cranberries help open up your pipes and keep them clean. That means better flow, fewer problems with urination, and a reduced chance of developing silent infections that make everything feel worse. For men over 60, that kind of protection is not just helpful, it is essential. Cranberries also help with something else that matters a lot as you age: elasticity in your blood vessels. This means your arteries can open and close more easily. When arteries become stiff, blood has a harder time getting to where it needs to go, but when they stay flexible, you get better circulation, more energy, and stronger responses in the bedroom. The second fruit is one that many of you may already love. It is sweet, juicy, and best enjoyed fresh. I am talking about watermelon. Watermelon is often thought of as a summer treat, but it is much more than that. For older men, watermelon can act like a natural booster for nitric oxide, the compound that signals your blood vessels to relax and open up. The magic inside watermelon comes from an amino acid called L-citrulline. When you eat watermelon, your body turns this compound into L-arginine and then into nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide like your body's natural switch that tells your blood vessels, time to open up. And when that happens, blood flows more freely, especially to the lower parts of the body. Now, I want to be clear. Watermelon is not a replacement for medication in serious cases, but if your goal is to support your blood flow naturally and safely, then eating fresh watermelon in the morning can make a noticeable difference over time. It is also a great source of water, which helps keep your blood thin and your system hydrated. Thick blood makes it harder for your heart to pump and for blood to travel where it needs to go. Another great thing about watermelon is that it contains lycopene. Lycopene is an antioxidant that helps your heart stay strong and supports your immune system. Researchers from European universities have even found that diets high in lycopene are linked to better heart health and lower inflammation, two factors that are closely tied to performance issues in men over 60. I always recommend that my patients eat watermelon plain, or if they want extra support, they can pair it with a small handful of pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are rich in zinc and magnesium, two minerals that support testosterone levels and help your body produce nitric oxide more efficiently. It is a simple combination with powerful results. Now, let us talk about the third fruit. It is not sweet. It is not something people often eat on its own, but it is one of the strongest natural allies for male health. I am referring to the lemon. Lemons are rich in something called citric acid. This helps your body break down and flush out waste more easily. Why does this matter? Because the cleaner your system is on the inside, the better your blood can move. Lemon also increases the amount of citrate in your urine, which reduces the chance of kidney stones, a common issue that can cause pain, stress, and problems with flow. One of the most important things lemons do is support your kidneys. The kidneys are often forgotten when we talk about male health. But they are responsible for removing waste, balancing your blood pressure, and helping to regulate hormone levels. When your kidneys are tired or overworked, you feel it in your whole body. You may not feel sharp, you may wake up tired, and yes, you may also notice less performance. Drinking warm lemon water in the morning is one of the easiest habits you can build. It helps hydrate your body after a night of sleep, gives your liver a gentle push to start detoxing, and prepares your system for better digestion and circulation during the day. I recommend squeezing half a fresh lemon into a cup of warm, not hot water and drinking it before your first meal. Some men worry that lemon is too acidic. But inside your body, it actually has an alkalizing effect. That means it helps bring balance to your internal system, and when your system is balanced, you feel better. You may even notice improvements in mental clarity, digestion, and morning energy. Now, you may be asking, should I use all three fruits, or just pick one? And the answer is very simple. These fruits work best when they are used together. Each one supports a different part of your circulation and health. Cranberries help clean and protect your arteries and urinary system. Watermelon helps open up your blood vessels and support hydration. Lemon helps your kidneys, improves absorption, and keeps your system clean. Together, they create a strong foundation for better blood flow, stronger energy, and renewed vitality. This is not a quick trick or a magic fix. It is a natural, reliable approach that works with your body instead of against it. You do not need to be a chef to add these to your mornings. You can blend cranberries into a smoothie with a banana and a splash of almond milk. You can eat a bowl of watermelon on the side, and you can enjoy a glass of lemon water before you do anything else. These are small actions, but they have a big impact. I have seen men in their 70s and 80s make this change and feel more alive again. They say their mornings feel different, their energy lasts longer, their mood improves, and most of all, they feel like themselves again. That is the power of nature. That is the power of using what your body understands and can absorb easily. Now, I will guide you through a simple, day-by-day plan you can follow for one full week. This is something I have shared with many of my patients across Europe, and the results have been both powerful and encouraging. The truth is, most men want to feel better. They want more energy. They want to enjoy their relationships again. but they do not always know where to start. That is where this routine comes in. It is simple. It takes less than 30 minutes each morning, and it is built around real food, not pills or powders. Let me start with this. Mornings matter. When you wake up, your body is in a fasted state. That means it has not received food for several hours, and it is ready to absorb nutrients quickly. This is the best time to send your body the right signals that say, open up the blood vessels, remove toxins, and increase circulation. This routine is designed to do exactly that. Each day, the plan starts with warm lemon water. As soon as you wake up, before coffee or breakfast, squeeze half of a fresh lemon into a glass of warm water. Drink it slowly. This helps wake up your digestive system, supports your kidneys, and begins flushing out waste. It also hydrates you, which is very important after a night of sleep. Dehydration is a major cause of slow blood flow, and many men do not even realize they are not drinking enough water. About 20 to 30 minutes later, it is time for your fruit-based breakfast. This is where cranberries and watermelon come in. I suggest starting with a smoothie. Take a handful of cranberries, either fresh or frozen, and blend them with one ripe banana and a splash of unsweetened almond milk. You can also add a small teaspoon of honey if you prefer a sweeter taste. This smoothie is packed with antioxidants, fiber, and plant compounds that help clean your arteries and reduce inflammation. Right after your smoothie, enjoy a bowl of fresh watermelon. Aim for 1 to 2 cups. This will give your body L-citrulline to help produce nitric oxide. It will also give you water, potassium, and natural sugar for energy. If you want to increase the benefits, you can eat a small handful of pumpkin seeds on the side. These seeds provide zinc and magnesium, which support hormone levels and improve blood vessel health. Now this is your base routine. It will stay the same each day. What changes slightly are the extras you can add during the week to support even more progress. These additions are optional, but they can speed up your results. On Monday and Thursday, try to take a short walk right after breakfast. Even 10 to 15 minutes is enough to help your body use the nutrients from your fruit meal more effectively. Movement is important for circulation, and doing it after eating helps regulate your blood sugar and improves how your blood vessels respond. On Tuesday and Friday, focus on drinking more water throughout the day. Add a few slices of lemon to a bottle of water and sip it between meals. This keeps your body hydrated and your blood flowing well. On Wednesday and Saturday, take a short break from any heavy, greasy foods that can slow you down. Your goal is not to diet or feel restricted. Just try to eat a lighter lunch, maybe a salad, grilled fish, or soup. This helps your body process your morning nutrients without interference, and on Sunday, take time to rest and reflect. You have just completed a full week of the fruit routine. It is a good day to notice how you feel. Do you wake up with more energy? Are your mornings brighter? Do you feel more confident? Many men report feeling small but clear changes after just 7 days. That might be better sleep, more mental focus, or even small signs of improved performance. This plan is not about perfection, it is about consistency. The men who get the best results are not the ones who try to do everything at once. They are the ones who stick to the basics: lemon water, cranberry smoothie, and fresh watermelon. Let me be honest with you. Erectile issues can feel embarrassing. They can affect your self-esteem, your mood, and even your relationships, but they are not the end of your story. They are a sign, a message from your body. And that message is very clear. It is time to take care of your circulation. You may be wondering how long it takes to see real change. For some men, it is within days. For others, it takes a few weeks. It depends on your starting point, your overall health, and how closely you follow the plan. But I can tell you this with confidence. Your body wants to heal. It is not too late. You are not too old. And you are not broken. Modern science supports everything I have shared with you. In fact, researchers from the University of Exeter and the University of Oslo have both published studies showing the connection between dietary habits and vascular health. They found that simple changes in daily food choices, especially adding flavonoid-rich fruits, led to noticeable improvements in cardiovascular markers, which are directly tied to sexual health in men. Other findings from European health authorities confirm that older adults who consume more plant-based meals, stay hydrated, and reduce inflammatory foods experience lower rates of erectile dysfunction and improved quality of life. These studies are not based on theories, they are based on real people who made real changes and saw real results. You do not need to wait for something serious to happen. You can take the first step today, in your own home, without spending any money. The tools are already in your kitchen. A lemon, a cup of cranberries, a few slices of watermelon. That is your medicine. That is your solution. As a final word, I want to remind you of something important. Taking care of your body is not just about preventing problems. It is about living fully, feeling strong, having confidence, enjoying your mornings, laughing with your partner, looking in the mirror and feeling proud. Erectile issues are not just a physical problem. They affect your heart, your emotions, and your sense of being a man. But there is hope. There is a path. And it begins with how you start your day. So tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, give your body what it truly needs. A glass of warm lemon water, a cranberry smoothie, a bowl of watermelon. That is your new beginning. That is your silent signal to your heart, your mind, and your body that you are ready to feel alive again. You deserve to feel good. You deserve energy. You deserve connection. And you deserve to live without shame or fear. So start today. Your future self will thank you.